in to lose the weight. For those of you who don't know, I was over 300 pounds.
Damn!
In 2016, I was over 300 pounds. I had high blood pressure, pre-diabetes, and yeah, I was pretty unhealthy and pretty big. I never thought I would be able to get outside of that body. When you're that weight, you just feel like, how am I ever going to get rid of this weight? So there were certain things that I did, and I want to share some hacks with you on how I went about this drastic weight loss and changing the way I thought about food. So I'm gonna take you on a trip with me to Trader Joe's.
Like so, indeed, from the indeed, yeah, hey, yeah. I see you looking like a snack, let me see some. You are the wifey type, baby, you could be one. Let me.
Let's check out the spinach. The organic spinach. And the organic spinach is $2.29 for 6 ounces. Alright, organic spinach $2.29. So I am back from Trader Joe's and I want to show you some of the items that I bought. I'm only going to school you on a few. I think it's best to implement a few good habits at a time so you can get used to their benefit and get used to implementing them. So, frozen blueberries. I buy frozen fruit. I've been making Kamari smoothies, green smoothies for a long time. Frozen fruit is very economical. It's picked at the peak of ripeness, so it's just as sweet, if not sweeter, than fresh fruit. It lasts longer. Specifically, blueberries are great. They're low glycemic, so they're not going to spike up your blood sugar. You get the fiber along with the slow digestion of the sugar. They've been known to prevent type 2 diabetes because of their low glycemic index. They have a lot of vitamins and minerals. But whenever I had a sweet tooth, I would eat frozen fruit. And frozen fruit just lasts longer. So you want something sweet, you eat frozen fruit. I literally buy either the Trader Joe's name brand, or if we go to Whole Foods, I buy the Whole Foods name brand. You don't need name brand frozen fruit. All right, so it's the same fruit, different label, different bag, but it's very economical. So that's one thing I would get when I wanted something sweet, but I didn't want to, do something bad to my progress. Another thing, let me tell you something. Eggs. At one point, Kamari and I were vegan, and I realized I was not getting the protein that I needed, so we added like lean meats, good fish into our diet. So when I first started my workouts, I would get home, and what I would eat right before I went to bed was boiled eggs and tuna. So mind you, if you can afford fresh tuna, of course you want to get fresh fish. But when I first started, I wasn't working a lot of hours, but I said, you know what, I have to get my health going. So I started with what I could. And tuna fish is like one of those staples of bodybuilding. So tuna fish, boiled eggs on a bed of lettuce was my dinner. And literally I would wake up in the morning and the scale would be down consistently 2 pounds average. Every morning when I woke up, the scale dropped lower and lower and lower. So I was feeding, I didn't understand macros at the time, but I was feeding my body the lean protein that it needed to drop the weight. So boiled eggs were a staple. Spinach was a staple. I made sure I had greens like kale, things like that in my diet. I would also use the greens not only for salads but for green smoothies, but I wouldn't add any sweetener in it. Another thing is water. So I was over 300 pounds, so I would drink half my body weight in ounces of water. So that was, I was over 300 pounds, so let's say 150 ounces of water, more than a gallon. So as I lost the weight, the incentive was that I could drink less water, because 150 ounces of water, I mean, multitasking, you add 150 ounces of water to that as a mom, and that's it. So that's another thing that I made sure that I did, because when you drink water, it's going to flush out the toxins, and when you flush out the toxins, it removes the fat. Another thing were these pickles. Oh my God. So they're low fat. You can pick to see which one has like the lowest amount of sodium, but runners will drink pickle juice after a long race to replenish their electrolytes, right? So I would munch on this in between meals if I was hungry and I didn't want to like eat the wrong foods because I'm hungry. So I would eat a pickle, and they're low in calories. They are cucumbers, so they have a lot of water. Another thing is studies have shown that crunchy foods tend to satiate you when you feel like you're hungry. So crunchy foods, spicy. So sometimes I would just like sprinkle cayenne pepper on a pickle and eat like one or two of those. So these were some of the items that helped me through being hydrated, having protein, greens, something to munch on, low fat, low calorie, well, zero fat, low calorie, to keep me in between meals. But yeah, these are some of my fat loss hacks, and they're very economical. We're not trying to break the bank, and they're gonna get you to your goal. Of course, I was doing, 3 to 4 meals a day at that time. I'm doing more now, but it was all about eating healthy and keeping, good foods, lean proteins in my diet. And those are some of my fat loss hacks. If you want more information, if you found this helpful, click the like button, subscribe for more content. It's free, and you get free advice from moi. I know, because I was there, been there, done that, and pushing further. So thank you for visiting my channel.